episode of, well, no, this is the first episode. I have some groundbreaking, earth shattering news to share with you all about the RV. And okay, it's about January 8th, but it could be any day now, right? I mean, that's what we've been told day after day, week after week, month after month. So here it is. I'm going to share it with you now. You are in the right place at the right time to get this important message. In regards to the RV happening on January 8th, my sources tell me that probably nothing eventful is really happening that day. Who are my sources? Intuition and God-given discernment. Okay, some of that just threw you guys for a loop and you're about to click off the channel. But don't, because this whole topic has hit a major pet peeve for me. I've gone through the whole hype since about 2019. Okay, it first started with XRP, and I was an early investor in XRP. I'm so glad I did. I was diving in, I was watching all the YouTube channels, trying to differentiate who's telling me the truth, who's just inflating stuff. And I found plenty of good, solid points that led me to invest with XRP and XLM and some others. And I'm glad I did. To this day, zero regrets whatsoever. However, 2020, 2021, I started to veer off a little bit into hopium land. And oh, if I just do these things on Lobster because some guy told me this is what I should do, then it's going to be like exponential of XRP and XLM. And I wasn't quite totally bought into it, but I did. Why? Because I was listening to the hopium. Now, fast forward a little bit more to November 22, when a certain president that starts with T was hinting, not really hinting even, but pretty much saying pretty clearly that we were going to have to wait for this whole 4-year process, for the pause, and wait for things to pan out. Since November 2022, I've been telling anyone who wants to listen to me that it's most likely that the RV is not going to be some magic explosion that happens all of a sudden until we get to the other side of whatever all this is. And I'm not even going to go into that here, but the storm, until this storm passes, metaphorically speaking. And here we are, me with essentially no intel except my intuition and discernment. We're kind of the same things, but I consider discernment being the wisdom that God gives us, the Holy Spirit talking to us. And then intuition, I consider kind of like just our earthly, our brain connecting the dots or whatever. But it's really the same thing. So I'm not going to name any names on truthers who have been hyping up the RV for the last, give or take, 4 years, every single day, every week, growing their followers, while boring guys like me are saying it's probably not going to happen, and nobody wants to listen to that. Been there, done that. So do I have a pet peeve about it? Yes, absolutely I do. Why do I have a major pet peeve about this whole RV thing? Because we have all these people who genuinely want to be humanitarian minded, improve their life, improve others' lives. But instead of doing something right now, the things that you have control over in your own life, improve your relationship with God, with your family, friends, your community, working on your short and long-term goals, things that you actually have power over, that God has given you control over. You're not doing it. You're focusing in on Mark somebody and some wolf guy or something. Okay, I kind of threw him out there. Yes, at this point, I'm sorry, they need to be under the bus because they're one-trick ponies who are focusing on what their channel is all about and what's coming. And I disclaimer all of that by saying I do think great things are coming. I'm so excited about 2025 that we've made it to this point, and the last 4 years are behind us, and it's amazing because in some ways we never even expected we were going to get here, even though we had faith that we were. It's really happening. However, is it going to be a flip the switch moment and magical unicorns and rainbows? That's kind of what has been put in our head. I'm sorry, things are not connecting to me for it to happen that way. And if you need a specific reason, imagine that you are our best and brightest patriots who are planning this whole thing, essentially a small group of people can planning, controlling, bringing this whole event to come forth. Do you really think those people are sitting around a table thinking, let's see, is it going to be January 8th or 12th that we're just going to make all these people millionaires and billionaires who have never had that kind of money in their life, and they're just going to blow it on whatever? And sure, maybe some humanitarian projects will go well, but most are just going to tank. That sounds like a good plan, Jim. What do you think, Bob? Yeah. Elvis, what do you think? No. Common sense, intuition, discernment. This has been the story in general I've been preaching, like I said, since November 22, because it was put out there. Trump said it, but people didn't want to hear it. Itching ears did not want to hear. We're going to have to wait 2 more years, and it's going to be more of this Biden and Kamala show, and people didn't want to hear it. I've been saying it. Go back to any of my videos, channels, and you're going to hear a very rational, yes, I'm positive, but we shouldn't focus on this for the last 2 years. We should focus on the things that we can do to make changes now, get ourselves mentally and physically prepared for that time when we're so blessed with money that we never had before, options that we never had before, and we'll actually be in the right state of mind to do something with it instead of just, I'm rich, yay, okay, let's go buy cars and stuff. And yeah, maybe 1% of that I'll give to somebody, because that's what most people would do right now if all the money just suitcases, just like in the movies, like it just all falls into our lap. Okay. So I don't wish for that to happen. And I don't think our best and brightest are planning to make that happen either. So use your common sense, use your intuition, use your discernment. If you've been listening to people that just keep hyping you up week after week after week, which is still happening 4 years later, probably a lot more than that, but that's just when I started paying attention. You need to dump those influencers, those creators. And I say that with the only motive of help yourself, focus on things you can control, and stop waiting for tomorrow to make the changes that you can do right now today. Because the only big thing that you've been doing is helping them grow their followers and views. Hey, I want views too. I'll be authentic. I'll tell you right now. But I'm not going to do it by just saying what people want to hear and spreading hopium. Yes, I hope I clickbaited you into this video. I really do. Because sadly, as a creator, I've seen it so many times that the stupidest garbage gets all the views and clicks just because they had that title. And then somebody who's really just trying to help you out and give you a hand up and show you the way, the right way to go, the wiser way to go, is just nobody cares because, like I said, it doesn't scratch their itching ears. So please let me know if this is helpful for you or not. I can take the criticism. Part of the reason why I'm here is because I really don't care about negativity if it's just to be negative and whatever. And then, okay, so you can just go back to whatever you're doing if that's you. If you're listening to me being authentic and I'm sharing you personal experience, like I said, if you need evidence that that's what I've been saying for the last 2 years, you can go into the description of one of my videos where all of my channels are, and you can start checking out videos and see, well, what was this guy like a year or two ago? Is he just making this up now and now he's got some clickbait scheme going on? Or is he genuine? Go ahead and check it out. And that's all I got to say about that. So sorry, a little bit of a pet peeve soapbox, but today was the day. And I don't know if I'm going to do it again, but it was fun while it lasted. So take care. God bless. Scott says, I will give it all away. And that's amazing if you'll do that. But I would just say, don't just blindly give it away. If your heart is that open, make a plan. And that's what I'm saying. It's not just about it's not just about getting the money and giving it away or whatever it is. We should have a plan. And I really totally believe and trust that our best and brightest patriots are going to try to help us slow roll through that process, not dump it into our laps and just make everything magical, because we'll blow it then. But slow roll a process, which I have no idea how long it'll take, but slow versus fast. So while you have this time, this waiting time, we all have this waiting time, start right now and let's make some good plans with excitement, with optimism and enthusiasm, because that's what I'm doing on my channels. I'm trying to do the things I have control over that I know I'm going to want to do 5, 10 years from now, no matter what my income is, whatever my financial situation is. I still plan to be right here in 5, 10 years, making some kind of videos, sharing my music, if nothing else. I know I'm going to be doing that. So that's awesome, Scott, that you just want to give it away. But I'd say don't just give it away, make a plan, and then steward that money in the best ways possible to help the most people. So that's enough for this pet peeve. Thanks for watching. Please share if you liked it. There's only about 20,000 different channels that talk about the RV that maybe you could share this on. If this pushes the button for you and you're like, yeah, I've been watching this for 3 years and I can't believe people are still saying the same thing week after week. That was me this morning when I saw a January 8th, whatever, it's happening. And just like my eyes almost rolled and fell out of my head and landed back by my piano back there. So if that's you, please share, please comment, let me know. I like encouragement too, because I'm gonna get negative comments from this galore and hate mail. So please support, share, like all that stuff because it helps. And I will see you all again soon.